We just harvested some more tomatoes. Got some really nice sized ones here. I think this is a brandywine type. This orange looking tomato, kind of an odd shaped one, but nice size. And got some more cherry tomatoes here. And we also harvested an eggplant and a whole bunch of green beans. We'll be making some sun-dried tomatoes from these, as well as sharing it with our family and friends. Thanks for your help, Bella. Hi everyone, Miss Ella and Bella here from Learn to Grow. We just harvested all these tomatoes. So now we're going to be making sun-dried, oven-dried tomatoes. This is a great way to preserve your homegrown tomatoes, which you can use in recipes and dishes later on, or you can just eat them the way they are. You can store your oven-dried tomatoes in mason jars or any container with a tight fitting lid or a freezer bag. You can freeze them plain for about a year. They are so delicious. I hope that you give this a try for yourself. Make sure to select firm tomatoes, avoid overripe or mushy ones. Wash your tomatoes first. You're going to cut them lengthwise. You can cut them into smaller pieces. I usually cut them into quarters. And make sure to take off the core. Scoop out the seeds and try to get most of the juice out. Or you can even use your hands if you like. Just make sure they're clean. Getting most of the juices out will aid in drying the tomatoes. I'm using a baking sheet. If you have a wire rack or some kind of a wire mesh to bake them in would be the best, which will help with drying them evenly. You can season your tomatoes with some dried herbs such as thyme, rosemary, basil. You can also sprinkle some olive oil. You can season your tomatoes with fresh herbs such as basil, rosemary, or thyme, and salt and pepper. Here's the final product. These are the bigger pieces that were cut into quarters. They do shrink up to about a third of the original size. These ones here are the cherry tomatoes that I cut in half. I did not take the seeds out since they were pretty small pieces anyway. When they're finished drying, they should be soft, chewy, but not too tough. There shouldn't be any moisture left. You may add some olive oil to your oven-dried tomatoes. Just make sure that they are submerged completely. Make sure to store this in the refrigerator. It will solidify, so you just need to let it sit for a few minutes before use. If you do decide to add olive oil, you may want to consume this within 2 weeks. To store longer in olive oil, you may want to dip each piece in white wine vinegar, which will make it acidic and prevents any bacterial growth. There are lots of information that you can read about food storage and safety online. Now I ended up drying these in a 170-degree oven. My first batch, I dried them in 200 degrees and they turned out kind of crispy, so I think they were a little burnt. So you want to use the lowest setting of your oven if it's on 150 or 170. I left these in the oven for a total of 7 hours for the cherry tomatoes and 8 hours for the bigger tomatoes. I did flip them in the middle of the drying process because I don't have a wire rack. That way they dry evenly. So I hope that you guys give this a try. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you found it helpful. Have a wonderful day and happy gardening. Bye. Oh.